learnings.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So please feel free to type out in the chat whatever you want to say, and as and when you want to, we'll try to make it interactive by you people typing something out in the chat. Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So far, I think all of you have had sessions on the different types of employment opportunities that are available to persons with disability. I was attending the session, inaugural session, and I heard Dr. Bala Bhaskar saying that with the new national education policy, they have, created the proper systematic way in which we have to go to uh, train the students, to take the students in order. So at Nitya Sadhana, we come in after the 15 to 18-year pre-vocational training. Those candidates which who have somewhat reached a level where they have completed as much as they can achieve in their academics, and then they want to switch to some vocation now. So what are the types of uh, training programs that you what are the types of, what can I say, employment opportunities that you were introduced to? You can type. Any of you wish to type, you can type.
In the chat box.
Yeah, in the chat box. And shall I start sharing my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it there?
Yeah. No, no. Yes.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So you have been introduced to different types of employment opportunities. The wage or open employment. Okay. What are some of the examples that you can think of where yesterday I think Lekha ma'am spoke to you about open employment opportunities. Okay, so which were those opportunities? Where were they working?
Usha has put up as gardening, hospitality, shop, and malls.
Yes. Okay, so those are the
BPO.
places. So were these people, the number of people that were introduced, were those candidates more of, physical disabilities or intellectual disabilities?
Physical disabilities.
Yeah, locomotor or
Locomotor,
speech and
correct.
hearing or, visual. Okay, so
Spinal
those
cord
were the kind
injury.
of people who it is more easy to train them and tell them to make their own biodata and go for an interview and, go and get the jobs in the open market or in wherever else the opportunities are available. Okay, that is open employment or wage employment. Okay, we also had her telling about self-employment. So what were those kind of opportunities? Anybody?
Self-employment to
I think somebody had started a boutique also
uh,
yesterday's example.
yeah,
Yes.
boutique.
Yeah. And somebody was doing packing and things like that
Uh,
for
delivery,
Amazon.
Flipkart.
Delivery and yes. So for persons with disability, open employment more possible for those who have physical disability. Self-employment also opportunities, yes, it's possible. Okay. And I think you heard from Hema and now also from Renuka ma'am about sheltered employment. So what were the opportunities in sheltered employment?
Vocational training for block printing and all. We were talking about now Prabhuti.
Yes. Okay. And you also have so many people making other things also in the sheltered employment where they are trained to make some product.
Yes.
Okay. And these products have to be sold
Yeah.
by somebody. Okay. So in sheltered employment, usually it's a product. So there are different kinds of products like there is the reusable plates, there's bakery, there is candles, there is some of them continue to make phenyl and things like that. All excellent ideas, block printing and saris, bags, paper bags. Okay, and now some people have also tried digital media where they print on mugs and plates and things like that. They print a lot of things and they are able to sell. Okay, so these kind of things are useful when we are talking about intellectually challenged people who need help and who need constant supervision, and they can definitely be trained to make some kind of product. Okay, so this is the sheltered employment. Now we come to the supported employment opportunities. So in sheltered employment, yesterday Hema also spoke about how we are able to tie up with a factory and we get orders, and based on those orders we are making those PCBs which go back to the factory. Or even our paper bag section is on order. We have tied up with another company that sells those paper bags, and based on the orders, the type that they want, our trainees can make those paper bags. But our main aim was to be able to, has always been at Nitya Sadhana, to place them in the mainstream of society. And we realized that it can't be that, okay, now your training is over, make your biodata, go attend interview and get a job. That was difficult because there were some teething problems, some areas where our trainees needed support even after they got into the employment opportunity. So this is what is supported employment, where they go to the mainstream of society and it is not easy for them to go directly. They need some help. They need some support as long as they are working till they are able to settle down in the organization. And also sometimes once they go there, they have some difficulties and they come back. There's a break or there's an interruption and they will have to be helped to get back to the same one. Or once they have already gone and there are some issues, like you were asking yesterday, have there been some challenges? Yes, of course, there have been a lot of challenges and we have to be able to handhold them for a long time. So this is what is supported employment, where after the training is over, after the placement happens, we continue to support them till it is possible, until they are able to sustain in that particular job opportunity that has been provided. And for this, we have to work a lot on not just their skill development. So among the steps that were said yesterday, after they have the pre-vocational training, they have to choose a particular vocation. So the skill has to be given in the vocation of their choice. And once that is done, most of them learn the skill easily. And when we chose electronics, we divided it into 4 parts and we would certify them as to up to which part they could do. Like the steps that Hema was explaining, the complete where they can read the instructions, understand which is the object that has to go in which particular point on the PCB. That is the level 4 where they can do everything by themselves. So once that is done, we thought we would be able to place them. But that doesn't happen because they have to understand
No.
what is the different aspects that go into the company behavior. Okay, what happens in the factory? What is expected of them in the factory? How to behave with supervisors? How to behave with colleagues? What happens when if they have an issue, whom to approach? So all those things also functional skills. If they have forgotten something, how do they write a they need leave, how do they ask for excuse, how do they write a leave letter. So we want to make them as independent as possible and as you know, accommodated into the organization as possible. So the main thing is not just obtaining a job, but also maintaining that job, not coming back for various reasons. So the challenges we had was to make sure that they remain in the job. And the few of the challenges I can tell you that we had to face were like in the training center, okay, we work till 4 or something like that. But once they join a company where they may be in the electronics department, depending on whatever they know, the company works from 9:30 to 5:30. And, they ask, the parents ask, ma'am, it's too long. By the time they come home, it is late and dark. And can you make sure that they get time off? Can they leave by 3:30? Those kind of things, many of the parents have such issues. Okay, so we have to make sure that they are trained so that if they have to be part of the mainstream of society, they will be able to also agree to all the conditions that the company has. So integration also is required, that when they go there, how do the other people welcome them into their group? Okay, we've had situations where somebody who is asked to train the person, or another employee who is told that this person who has just come in will do these things, and you have to train him. So then he gets worried. He has targets, he has things like that. And if he has not been introduced to anybody with a challenge, that person in the company is like, oh my God, you don't do anything, just sit here. I say you know everything in the meetings, don't speak, and I will do all your work. No, that is not what we want. The parents or even the trainee comes back and says, they're not allowing me to do anything. That person who's been asked to, help me says, don't touch anything, don't get me into trouble, don't do anything. And in one particular case, one fellow was used to smoking. So not our trainee, the employee in the company. So, and he was asked to help our candidate. So whenever he went out for a smoke, he used to tell him, oh my God, I can't leave you alone. I'm supposed to look after you. Just come with me. So take him out every time. So this guy started getting worried. The parents started getting worried that he's, taking him out each time when he wants to smoke and things like that. So these simple things, how they get integrated, what are these small issues? In another situation, our trainee was excellent in using screwdriver and things like that, fixing things, removing things, all that. So there was a company which was doing recycling. They used to get old computers, old everything, and their job was to just recycle, dismantle everything, separate the metal, separate the card, separate the keyboard, things like that. He loved that job because he was very excited using screwdriver, absolutely dismantling everything and sorting it out. It was a simple job. But he was so determined, so excited, he wants to reach the goals and things like that. Once in a way, in his excitement, he pushed the screwdriver into his finger and he was getting hurt a bit. Okay, so we got a little worried. So how to handle these situations where when he is getting hurt, the parents are extremely worried. They would say he won't go for 3-4 days. We have to take him to the doctor. We've never seen so much, hurt on his fingers. They are swollen. He can't eat. He can't do that and things like that. Again, support is required. So issues may not seem extremely big, but when the parents are not used to, we are not used to them going and being by themselves with a group of people who are working, whether they accept them, don't accept them. All these issues, whenever we used to hear about it, all the situations, we have documented. And in our training programs, when we do life skill training, when we do make them ready to go for a job, we explain all these situations. So supported employment is when we place them and also handhold them for a minimum period where they try to sustain their job. So this is the type of thing that is very much essential for persons with intellectual disability. So to create such services, first, where should the change occur? At Nitya Sadhana, we realize most of the time Hema and I are talking to the parents, doing the vocational training, and talking to the companies. Wherever there is a opportunity, we are running there. Somebody says my brother has a printing press, he is doing this and all, maybe one person can be placed there. Somebody else says my neighbor has a packing industry and I think some of your trainees can work there. So everywhere we are going, the feedback that comes like this, in one particular place, one girl fit in very well in the company, and she was doing some work which had wires, and into the wires she had to just fix the number on a wire. The number was there and it was like small bead with numbers and she had to place those things. She was doing an excellent job. And again, we went back and we said that if there is any cutting of those wires, she can do all those things. And she had settled into the group also pretty well. Okay, there were 3 other boys and girls, and in the team they were doing very good job. They were helping her. She was just down. And her elder sister got married, so she went and invited all her friends there in the company, and they said, "Oh, that means line clear for you." She didn't understand that, so she went home and she asked her parents, "What is the meaning of line clear?" And it is next my turn. So the parents got so worried because they had never discussed the option of marriage with her and things like that. And they said, "We don't want her to get any such idea, so let her not go to work at all anymore." So these are issues which can be handled. Okay, she needs to know what it is, whether the parents want her to get married, not get married, things like that. So for all these, we need people who will understand what is the vocational training going on, what they are good at, need to understand what are the parents' issues, okay, and also what the company requires. So this is the course that we have created now so that we have more people who understand this role of being a job coach. So a job coach is the person who provides this supported employment service for persons with intellectual disability. Yes? Anybody has to ask anything? Say anything? So we realized that we require more such young people like all of you who are attending this and who would be willing to do this employment kind of service. So what is the role of a job coach? Is a person who will help the person with disability to learn and to get a vocational training, to get skills, and to understand how to talk to themselves. You must have heard about self-advocacy. Instead of somebody always going and speaking for them, or instead of parents supporting them all the time for their issues, or instead of us going, they should be able to speak for themselves. Okay, simple thing. When they come and join us, the parents say, "Do you have transport?" We are in Vijayanagar and they come from all over Bangalore. So we say, if you want them to become independent, if you want them to start working, first thing you start making them use the public transport. So it's quite a shocking thing for most of the parents because they're used to school bus or some way of they themselves dropping or something like that. But they should learn how to be as independent as possible, even in going and coming to work or to the center and so on. So many of these things where when a child joins college, okay, regular, typical child, how much do the parents go and drop and pick up and things like that? So it should be as comfortable as that. But anyway, the parents, we give them the choice. Either they have to arrange their own transport or start helping the trainees to use the public transport. So we have many of them coming by bus and using the metro, changing in Majestic, when it was going on before all this situation, we had people changing from green line to purple line and things like that and coming to work and going back. So what happens in situations if they have forgotten their metro pass? What happens if they, the bus conductor says, "You don't even look challenged. Why do you have a, yearly pass for the challenge?" So we've had situations where the bus pass says physically challenged and this fellow is perfectly fit, he's borderline mentally challenged, and he made him get down from the bus, saying you're falsely using the annual bus pass. So these things help them to cope with every possible situation that can happen. It's not just the vocational training. And for all this, if a job coach is available whom they can refer to, and once they get the job, what are the things that are required in the workplace and how to interact with the people in the workplace. The job coach's role is complete. The support for the person from the time of the vocational skill training up to they are settled in a particular job. So it is like a catalyst. An intermediary job coach will be working at the vocational training center to understand what are the things that the person with disability can do. Absolutely. Okay, what are the things that they are skilled at? What are the things they still need to be, and so on. And then they will also work with companies to find out what are the jobs that are available in the market where our trainees can fit in. Okay. So when we were looking at persons to do this kind of work, or we were trying to place some job coaches in companies, we were talking to many people from Nitya Sadhana, and they said, if you are admitting one person, they are giving a job to one person in some company or say in an office. They have taken somebody as an office assistant. Okay, but he is having issues. Because say one girl came back and said, I know everything. You've taught me internet, you've taught me phone calls, receiving messages, filing, using Excel, everything. But suddenly one man came and said, use the internet and arrange a meeting. I have never heard the word intranet, man. What should I do tomorrow? I'm supposed to use intranet. So at that point of time, she needed the support to use a network which was just for the company called intranet. So she panicked, she cried, she didn't go for 2 days, things like that. So we said you should have a coach and things. So the company said for one employee, why should we have one more coach that we should employ? You should be having it in your organization. So now in our training center, if we have some 20, 30 people who are working, okay, so Hema and I have been managing to talk to the companies, any of these issues that need to be handled. We have been going, or some of the staff members also have been visiting regularly the companies where our trainees are either placed or going on internship. But still, it would be wonderful to have a person who's just doing this job of supporting all the people that are placed in the form of a job coach who understands everything, who's able to talk to the companies, understand what's happening in the center, where is the gap and things like that. So that is where the service provider option comes. So in many other countries, there are supported employment service providers who are independent of either the vocational training center or the company. So their job is to understand everybody, the person with disability, what their family needs, what the organization needs, and things like that. So this is, isn't this something like employment service? Okay, like you have now, if we talk about online, there is Naukri.com and there is Monster.com and things like that. So why can't we also have a place where our trainees who are trained can go to this place and say, I have all these skills and I need a job, and some kind of matching happens. And if any life skills training is required, the service provider can provide it. So some of you who are already special educators who are doing vocational training and things like that can think of starting something like this, a supported employment service where you will be supporting the trainees to get jobs, going to companies, finding out and things like that. So when we were doing the course, okay, for creating job coaches, we were having a lot of practicals where the trainees had to visit. So I don't know, many of the training centers from where all of you are in Bangalore, the trainees have visited and they have seen the kind of vocational training that is happening in all the centers. They have also visited companies and they have come back with so many ideas. Okay, so like one girl who was doing the course went to the metro and she said there is the metro, not the train service, the supermarket metro, and said there are so many opportunities there in the store where they can stack according to some list. They can receive the things that are coming in. Our trainees can be trained to do all these things. They can uh, count the number of items that have come in. They can see which are the shelves that are empty, go place in those things. One more lady said, my cousin has a shop where a lot of things are being delivered every day. And children who are a little bit cannot sit in one place will be so excited about doing those deliveries. All they have to do is something that is ready. They have to load the lorry. They don't mind going with the lorry, going and dropping it off, coming back. They can be assisting the people who are doing all those deliveries. So each person was coming up with ideas where the person with special needs can be placed. Okay, just there is so many shops now which require fresh cut fruits and cut vegetables, things like that are also ready. So all these industries, hospitality and housekeeping, where things can be cleaned and things like that, in every field, our trainees can be placed. But they need hand holding for some time, which the supported service provider has to do. So if we go into the details of what are the things that a job coach should do for the person with disability. So first of all, they should be able to tell them that they have to aim at a particular goal, similar to when somebody joins after PUC, decides what course they want to do. Okay, so they should be able to guide which is the vocational training that is best suited for them, depending on, like you were saying, whether they are visual learners, auditory learners, or they are tactile, what are the things. So based on each, we have listed a whole lot of places where persons with intellectual disability can be placed. By the time they are 18, you have already figured out what type of learner they are. Okay, so we have so many children who are interested in dance. Okay, kinesthetic. So we have even tried. There are so many now shows, which is reality shows where they need assistants to the dance teacher. They need assistants to even keeping all the stage and everything perfect. So parents are willing to send them to such situations. And you have seen so many of the children with Down syndrome who go to Shaimak, our training classes for dance. Yes. So there are enough opportunities. Only we have to keep our eyes open, help them to develop their resume and get trained in whichever. Then when we go to the company, the job coach has to do a job analysis, like which are the areas in which our trainees can be placed. How does this job break down every job into different steps? Like I said, in electronics, when we went to the factory, we said, okay, if it is just twisting of wires in two colors, our trainees can do it. If it is putting together of so many things on the board, our trainees can do it. So each job has to be divided. And then what will this job role be called? Like this was formation, this was harnessing, this was called. So all the job roles are described. Okay, the transformer winding and so on. And then when you come back and meet the person with challenges, you know, okay, this person has the perfect way of doing something systematically, counting and things like that. They can be put for the transformer winding. Somebody else is very good in organizing on a particular way. He can copy something perfectly, he can do this. So that is called job mapping. So depending on the opportunities, you should be able to analyze the jobs, fix all the roles in which our trainees can be placed, and then match it. Okay, that's called job mapping. And once that's done, okay, we can either uh, send them straight away if the company is willing to give them employment, or if it is a period where the trainee also has to get used to and the company also has to get used to, we can do the internship now, which actually works very well. Okay, so in our organization, we say don't sit idle. Once you've finished, you have to inform somebody. So there will be a supervisor. You have to say, you're done, give me the next job or something like that. Otherwise, sometimes our trainees are okay with doing nothing, sitting idle for half an hour, watching the rest of the people go by and things like that. So you say that's not allowed. You have to be asking for the next job. So one such situation, what happened, one guy went to the company and before, the supervisor, everybody should come and settle down. Please give me something. Please give me something. He started pestering him. Give me something. I don't have work. I don't have work. And then they told him, so they called us back and they said, please train your people that sitting without work for some time also they need to be trained. They have to get, if you say wait for half an hour, they have to be trained in that also. They can't keep on questioning. So these kind of feedback we keep getting. So the job coach, if they are available to go to the job site, interact with all the others, and then help the trainees to settle down there. That is the most useful thing that we can do for any person when they have just got their job. And sometimes you were asking what are the challenges. We have had some crisis situations where we have to go and interview almost immediately. Okay, say for example, in some companies, they usually assign one person, which is as our request also, that one person who our trainee can interact with if they have any doubts, any queries and things like that, make them a friend or a buddy or something like that, so that they are comfortable with that. So in one company, one of the boys, one girl was assigned to him and she was very nice, very friendly, always helping him, asking him about his welfare and things like that. So in this boy's house, it was common to, for any greeting or anything to give a big hug. Okay, for birthdays or for wedding anniversaries, a big joint family, grandchildren, his nieces, nephews, everybody was there. So it was a common practice. Now, this guy worked for almost 6 to 7 months, everything going super smoothly. And this girl got engaged and she told him that she's going to get married and things like that. And out of his natural response, he went and gave her a big hug and said, congratulations. And that girl was too taken aback. And generally, everybody erupted, and this guy was quite huge. So they got very, upset and worried. And what is this? Why did he hug her and things like that? So that is a crisis situation where a job coach is extremely useful to go and sort out the situation and say, so though people are willing to give jobs, they are willing to take them into the companies and things like that, there is always a little amount of doubt about will these people suddenly become violent? Will they do something out of the way which we cannot control? So if there's somebody who can understand them, who can go explain things like that, it's extremely useful. So the job coach has to be available for the person with disability. And now the job coach can also work with the companies. Okay, first, the person who's going to give the job has to understand the disability and identify which are the roles and the timings at which the person can come. And if there is a particular group of people with whom our person with intellectual disability is going to work, create some awareness. Like if it is a person who is going to be talking to himself a bit. Okay, they already get worried. What is he saying? What is he saying? Why is he talking to himself? Is he upset? Things like that. So we train our candidate that if you have this urge to talk to yourself, to keep on saying something, okay, then look at the floor or look at the table. Don't look at somebody and talk when they get upset. So these things, even the candidate has to be made aware that what scares the other people, what makes them alert and what makes them wonder what is happening. And similarly, we go and tell the team that this person has a habit of talking to himself. Unless he's coming and telling you something directly, you don't have to worry too much. Okay. So once there was a situation where while passing by, some other boys were tapping our candidate on the head, just like that. Okay, some work is going on, he's involved in his work. It was something to do with, the PCBs have something called a mask, where there is nothing, there is a mask, like a tape that is placed, and his job was to remove the place once the job is done and the PCB has to be packed. All the masks have to be removed. So he was doing a great job of that. He was removing the masks neatly, perfectly, but somebody passing by him will hit him on his head. So this need not be taken as that they are being exploited, they are being abused. Okay, they think that they can do anything to them. So he went and actually met the supervisor, and they thought of a way and they fixed CCTV cameras everywhere and told all the people, like, you know, so infrastructure improvement, it need not be only ramps or, handlebars for in the toilets and things like that. Simple thing which will help everybody work together is always useful. Okay, infrastructure improvement. So the job coach can be there to suggest. Okay, so if somebody is having a breakdown, something happened, they forgot their food, they, the girl got her period, whatever, and they don't know how to handle it, then there can be people who will give emotional support to them. And in this whole process, okay, the company wants to know how it has benefited by employing persons with disability, the documentation the job coach will have to do to tell the vocational training center how, what were the situations. So all this Hema and I are doing right now. Entire documentation of each candidate when they are placed, what were the situations, what happened, how did they sustain, or why did they come back, or did they have to be placed somewhere else, and things like that. And also to the company, we help them by documenting what are the benefits by having persons with disability. And definitely there has to be a plan where if the job coach is going thrice a week to see whether the person is going regularly, being assigned jobs, or just made to sit and say, okay, we will pay you, you come and sit and go, we are doing you a favor kind of thing, that also we don't want. We want them to be gainfully employed and be happy with whatever they are doing. But that support cannot go on continuously. So how to fade the support? After going 3 times in a week, then you start going once a week, then once in 15 days, then 1 month, and so on, once in 3 months, to make sure that the person feels absolutely comfortable. So that's the role of a job coach, helping the company. So what are the advantages to the company? You must have heard of corporate social responsibility. We have heard many companies who come and tell us that we can sponsor your training or we can sponsor something, things like that. Any company that walks in, we have tried to tell them that it's not only the donation. If possible, you tell us what are the places in which you can employ our people. Okay, so part of the CSR, you should also be able to give 1 or 2 of our training jobs. So the company goes back and thinks that where are the people, where are the job roles which can help to take these kind of things. A simple example, if it is a multi-story building and things like that, they have a lift man. So instead of a typical person sitting in a lift, definitely one of our trainees can do that, the job of being a lift man. So they can go back and think which are the areas in which they can employ persons with special needs. And definitely we have heard that when there are different kinds of people working in the company, the team feels very good. And there are tax incentives, and our children, once our trainees, they are interested and get involved in something, they definitely don't want to miss it. So when we tell them tomorrow there is a band or there's an auto strike or there is something, you don't have to come, they feel very sad. They know we want to come, we want to work, we want to do these things. So the companies will realize that absenteeism will go down. They have told us that, the feedback that we have got. And definitely once our trainees are employed in some companies, they don't want to quit. They like it so much. And we have had people who have learned more things. They have got promotions. Okay, some of them have said, I want to try a different department. They get settled so well, they don't want to leave. So these are all the advantages that the company is going to have if they take persons with special needs. So the role of the job coach is fantastic, enormous. So all of us should start thinking of, instead of only being a special educator, which we already are, instead of being a vocational instructor, we should become job coaches where we can merge this gap that many are talking about between what the training is happening and what the companies require. So when does a job coach role become successful? The companies have said, we are taking them on permanently on our job role. We don't want, any more support and things like that. And if you have more people who are trained like this, please send us someone. So then the role of the job coach is extremely successful. And of course, when the job coach is no longer needed. We know, ma'am, we know how to handle. They have become just like one of all of us. We have no problem. We don't want you to come anymore. So that is the biggest success. When so you can concentrate on the next person or somebody else getting more people jobs. So this is what we realized that we need more people to be job coaches, and we have conduct like Hema was talking about helping the trainees become more and more independent. That program is called CLA, Community Living, and this program where we have developed a course to create more job coaches, people who want to help persons with disability get placed and integrated, and they have a role in the society also to be working and things like that and integrate them. We have a program called Vista where we train persons to become job coaches, and we have also come out with a book now to be a job coach. So this book will be available in the next 2 or 3 days. And it talks about all these issues of how to be a job coach and help persons with intellectual disabilities get jobs. It is a long way. The jobs are available somewhere, so that is the representation. They are all there somewhere. We have a lot of steps to take and to make sure we take everybody along so that they become employed and part of the mainstream of society.
Job coach.
Thank you so much. Can I stop sharing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Veena Krishnamurthy.
Yes.
ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಇದೆಂತದ್ದು ಇದು?
Anybody has any questions, please ask. Okay, Pal Pradeep has some questions.
Yes.
Any questions?
Pal Pradeep.
He rose, he lifted his hand and then.
Okay. Ma'am,
Yes.
so far, like, how many students, like, isn't it overwhelming that you have to be, the license officer, like, how is it?
Yes. So anybody says there is some job available, anything, Hema and I set out. Okay, we have gone to all parts of Bangalore. Either she is driving or I am driving. We have been to Pinya Industrial Town. We've been to Kanakpura Road Industrial Town. We've been to Lingarajpuram side. Everywhere. Okay, wherever there's a job available. So we have done the analysis, and we've come back and we've seen who are the children who can be placed. And then, of course, we are constantly talking to parents and to the companies and things like that. So it'd be lovely if more people can do the service providing job.
We have, is there any training to be a job coach?
Yes, our program Vista was started for that. We had one batch and this lockdown and thing happened. So that was when we decided we'll bring out a book for the diploma. And our courses, we said that it has to be certified. So even our training program, all our trainings are getting certificate from Vocational Rehabilitation Center, VRC. So we are their implant training partner. So all of them get a certificate based on what level of training that can happen to them. Okay, similarly, before placing any candidate, we talk to their doctor because we need to know whether what sort of medication they are on, what we should tell the company, what kind of behavior issues might crop up and things like that. So we are also associate training partners with MinHands for their psychiatric rehabilitation services. So we are constantly in touch with them and they are telling us what sort of issues that can happen and things like that. And they keep referring candidates also. So like Hema was saying yesterday, we are certified service providers to the company. So the company has certified that if we train these people to this level and VRC gives the certificate that their training is complete, they will employ them. And they also give us other leads where we can go and talk. The company has so many contacts. So right now what Hema and I want to do is the company has a full-fledged manufacturing setup in Mysore. So we want to have this community program in Mysore where our trainees go and live by themselves and manage to go to work and come back. So it's a good idea for the parents also to see that their kids have gone out and they are working, living by themselves in a PG kind of thing. It's already happening. 3-4 people are staying there in a PG, but we can expand that also. So to take care of all this, we need more job coaching. Yes, we are having a course called Vista. That is the project. So we've had the best experts come from the industry, from hospitality, from HR, from housekeeping, electronics. Everybody has come and taken sessions like what the company expects when the person is with, they are placed in their companies, what they expect. So we had the most excellent team. How to analyze. We had doctors from Manasa Shimoga coming and telling us, taking part of the session. Doctors from MinHands. So what are the difficulties, how to face them? And we also had people from the company coming and telling us what they expect. So the trainees really came out with fantastic ideas. So all this has been incorporated into the form of the book. I think I will be, from Nitya Sadhana, will be able to leave some books with IRC, and whoever is interested in expanding their horizon and starting supported services can take a look at the book.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure.
For the books, we can get in touch with you, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There was one question on elaborate on tax incentives part.
So that is something that the company will have to find out. Okay. So companies which employ persons with disability, there is a column for them to say that so many people are employed and things like that. So they get a tax benefit. So when they are filing their returns, they should be able to give a list of people whom they have employed. The companies get.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. And one more on details about job coach certification. Anu, you had asked, no?
Yeah. So this program was suggested by Commissioner of Disabilities, Mr. Basavaraju. Okay, so based on his guidance and things like that, we have gone ahead, and all our courses which we are doing now also, we are looking at. Yesterday, I think Lekha ma'am was telling you about NSDC. They have skill sector, and for persons with disability, there is sector council for persons with disability, where there are a whole lot of skills that are listed there. That is called QP Norms. That is Qualification Pact National Occupational Standards. So based on that, we have chosen for electronics, it is called manual soldering technician. So we have tweaked that a little bit so that they don't have an exam and things like that, and they are able to do as much as possible from that syllabus. So we have said that job coaches will be able to do a variety of areas. We have listed so many of them, and we are in touch with Dr. Niharika Nigam of NSDC and SCPWD, where the CEO is willing to, work with us. They were saying that we have to become empanel partners with them. So the process is going on. Once we do that, I'm sure some certification will happen for the job coach training also. So we've got the go ahead from SCPWD. Actually, the forward for the book is from them. So it is the need of the hour. We all know that jobs are available, persons are willing, everything, but somewhere that link is required where we support them for some more time.
Yeah.
And we should also be able to explain to the parents that exploitation is not happening. And, in some cases, okay, if they feel that there is some kind of abuse happening, how we handle all those things. So we prepare the children well in advance, where some things are definitely not allowed.
No, it is so reassuring, no? See, like once getting a job and things like that, but we feel like letting them there, that is the biggest roadblock, no? So if somebody is there to help them, that is the best.
Definitely.
Uh,
So once the kids, our trainees are there, and we were going, say, twice a week or something like that, but so many different places, we have to meet the parents in our center. We have to make sure the sheltered workshop is going on properly. So once in a year, if we missed going to some place, like Kanakpura Road, there is a industrial town. So there we had placed 5-6 boys in the electronics section. So once if we missed evening, they'll come back home. Ma'am, you didn't come. Today I learned this. I did that. I wanted to show you. You didn't come. So, we have to reassure them, yes, you're doing well. We will come. We will come. So many have settled extremely well. Yes, job coach training program is for teachers who want to do this. Placement and extended support. We are doing it right now because of the COVID situation. We are not able to have the classes. Okay, we will soon be having either regular classes or online. We were focusing on the book now, which is just released.
Okay.
Ma'am, will the book be available on Amazon?
Yes.
Okay.
Soon.
Thank you, ma'am.
In the next 10 days or so.
Okay. That will be great.
Yeah.
So far, how many would have been placed?
From our center,
Ah,
either in the last 7-8 years,
yeah.
we have definitely done about 75.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and we have documented, we have seen, whether they have continued, what were the issues with each of them, whether they needed a second, placement, what were the reasons for them coming back. Okay, some of them left town, went somewhere else, all those things, but each one is documented.
Oh, that documentation is also one exhaustive work,
Yes,
maybe.
it has to be done. It has to be done. Otherwise, it's the learning for us, so that we can absolutely train the next batch how not to make those mistakes.
Yeah, what all problems can come up.
Yes, yes. And when we speak to the parents also, we need to tell them, right? Many of them come saying that it seems if we enroll at Nitya Sadhana, you will get them a job, at least 10,000 salary. No, it doesn't happen like that. Okay, it depends on so many factors. That's why there are so many steps, their capabilities and their behavior issues, what the parents expect, what the child, still then most probably till they are 15, 16, child would not have expressed his views at all. Okay, what he likes, what he doesn't like, he or she. So take all those things into consideration also. It's not easy, but it's possible. I'm just reading all the chat box things. Anybody has anything else to say, you can ask or type anything. Hema is also here. She can chip in.
Yeah.
So as we, in the last 10 years, what we have realized is we need more job coaches and we need to make them more independent. So these are the two focus projects that we have created. Community living and Vista is the job coach training program. So all the types of employment possibilities for persons with disabilities, I think all of you have got a clear picture now. What is open employment, self-employment. So even in our case, some of the trainees who realized that the parents became confident that they can do something on their own, they have opened, say, a grocery store or a service center for electronics or some kind of shop where the trainee is managing most of the time, but the parent is there to support. So parents retired, they wanted to do something. They set up a shop or something like that for the trainee. So he is self-employed now with the support of parents or sibling or something like that. But the parents got the confidence that he can do something independently. So self-employment can happen in some cases, or the mother has a boutique or something like that. She has taken her son or daughter along. Some relative is a dentist and they wanted a person to support. So the boy has been placed in the dentist shop to help out in, filling the water, taking the tray, all those things. So all these things happen because the adults or the caretakers get confidence that yes, these people can be trained and they become independent. Sheltered workshops, of course, will go on for a long time where they will definitely be producing a lot of things and they can be trained, just like all of you have heard. And marketing that becomes an issue for the persons who are running those shelters. And supported employment is what we thought was the best way, and it has worked well. So now it is up to some of you to start only a supported employment service.
Yes.
Where it becomes like, Hema and I always think like they have at the end of their engineering course or something like that campus interview, where companies come and say, I want this one with me, I want this one with me, and things like that. So campus interviews should happen to persons with IDD. Once they are trained, and at the end of the training, companies should come and say, I will take this person, I will take that person.
Correct.
Yeah.
One
ma'am-
question here, sorry, about any opportunities in music field.
We haven't explored yet. If any of you have any ideas, you can let us know. So like if somebody is running a music therapy or something, then they can assist. Yeah, Hema?
Yeah, actually, I know of a student who is already teaching music. That boy was my old student. He was in Deepika school. And now I think I met him some 2-3 years back. And since he was very good in music, his parents have put him in the music field itself. And he's teaching, actually, he's become a teacher in Deepika school itself. So there are few people. I think Renu, you must be knowing, right? He sings in Kalangana and all.
Name? Yeah. Always invocation song every time. Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
And now he's become a music teacher there in that school.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and his brother is also into music, and so he's trying to even teach the special children in Deepika school to become music teachers. So there are opportunities even there, and many people have started calling him for lots of programs and all that.
Okay.
There are 2, 3 boys whom I know like that.
Uh,
So the names I can get and details, if you want, I can share it after speaking with a few people in Deepika. And also I'll talk to him also and find out what are his things. I
yeah.
can share it with you, Renu, later.
There is one of our participants, Usha. Her son is also, he's conducting kacheris and all. Usha, maybe you can.
Yeah, there is a question here whether we give training in cooking and culinary, and right now, no. We are only focusing on electronics and assistant, special educator and office assistant. But there are other organizations which are training in these areas, cooking and culinary.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
But could you share the details of on the names of those places, ma'am, where the cooking and culinary is being taught as vocation?
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll pass it on to Renuka.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because most of our children, they are very interested in cooking and culinary.
Yes, yes.
That will be good.
There are definitely opportunities because there are so many catering services now and so on. So we have a trainee now, Down syndrome, who has started her own parcel service for theplas. She makes 100 theplas every day, and there are orders.
Oh,
So made a cute website, and somebody helps her at home, of course, but
yeah.
she is there all the time, and she is rolling out those 100 theplas.
That's great, ma'am. Please share the details. We'll also order.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, I have seen in Facebook only one mother and son duo. They make beautiful cakes. So she is using stencils to write that birthday because he's having a little bit of he's autistic, little bit of difficulty in fine motor skills. So she uses stencils and beautifully, the birthday greeting will be written on that and all. So they are running a very good business now.
Yes. It should be more because of their abilities and whatever they are definitely capable of doing rather than sympathy kind of thing.
Exactly.
So, when somebody visits and says, "Oh, poor thing, this one has made, let us buy, let us support," that poor thing should go.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So we should make it competitive enough that somebody should say it's better than something else which is available, and that's why I need to buy.
Yeah, that's and the other way also. Did you encounter anywhere like they say because our children are special needs or we will not pay them the salary, or did you encounter that from any company?
No. When we say that you have to take them for employment, maybe initially during the internship period or something like that, when our trainee is still learning, they are not paying. But once they are employed, they have to pay. And we
You,
try to find out what is minimum wage and things like that. So
and
it's not
you must be keeping that that point very strongly, no?
No, but I don't think anybody wants to actually, the word being used generally is exploit, like use them till they work and then not pay them and all that. Not happening now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because they are not able to give 100% like other employees, the salary also will be 75% or some 50% or whatever, depending on the kind of work that they are doing. But that is okay. They're not taking them without paying and things like that. Definitely not.
So that means that the view has changed, like maybe because of the awareness and all.
Yeah. Because we have to keep on beating our drums.
Yes, exactly. You're doing a great job, ma'am. Ma'am. Rubina, ma'am. Yeah. Because like we have to be like a spokesperson for them.
Correct.
Mhm.
So sometimes initially we were telling the parents they have to get involved and go to the companies and make sure that things are okay once in a while. It can't be us all the time. So that works well also. Some parents are extremely cooperative. They go and speak to the colleagues and create that awareness and things like that. Once in a way, it has created more issues also. Parents have gone and said, kids are so happy that there is some tea time. Everybody gets tea and things like that. One parent went and said, "Sir, my son drinks only badam milk. Don't give him tea."
Oh.
We got a call. What is this? We cannot, make badam milk only for your training. So issues are there, but can always be handled.
Oh. That should be a list of our concern, actually speaking, no?
Yeah, so at least parents are always having their own ideas.
Yes.
Long-term
Overprotective.
long-term hand-holding services and provider for
Okay. Somebody is reading out the
The
question.
multiple choice questions have been distributed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The evaluation form is on the chat box as well as WhatsApp message.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for such an innovative for me. This is a new area. I didn't know, even though I knew you too, I didn't know the depth of the work that you were doing. So interesting and, motivating, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yes. So let us be innovators in starting supported service
Yes.
employment services.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
somebody in this group has to start. Okay, where you become the first supported employment service organization and have a whole lot of job coaches who are working for persons with IDD.
Yes.
Or the young adults will be absolutely placed everywhere soon.
Correct. Now
So-
we know whom to contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I request if you, ma'am, if you can share the book with Renuka ma'am?
Yes.
We can share it with other organization also and
Yeah.
even
Definitely.
certificate
Definitely.
details. So
Yeah, we'll leave a few copies with IRC and you'll also get the link for Amazon.
Amazon. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
we'll share it with everyone. And
Yes.
If you give the link, we'll put it in the group also so that
Definitely.
everybody can get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just collating all the messages. We've got some lovely messages from doctors from NHANS and we've even got some messages from abroad and things like that. Putting it all together, very excited. Book will be with you in the next 10 days.
Oh,
Arunambike madam.
Sir, hello, sir.
sir, Dr. Balabhaskar, sir.
Madam, I'm here, madam. I'm listening.
Yes.
Madam, I saw last time at Nimans, madam.
Yes, we met.
Madam
sir.
is also a resource person.
Yes,
Yes, madam. Do you remember, madam?
I'm fine. Thank you, sir. I was so glad to be part of the inaugural yesterday. You
Yes,
gave
madam.
us
Thank you.
contact for RCI representative in Tumkur and everything. We are in touch with her, sir.
Very good, madam. And today we will share the ETP partner details, madam. Please get registered, madam.
Yes, definitely.
And it will be useful both the way, madam, for the beneficiary and for the organization, where you will get some funds from the ministry also, madam.
Okay. Yeah,
Already it is shared, madam. Nagendra Prabhu, Rehabilitation Officer, 944. It is in the chat box, madam. Dial nipmetsipra@gmail.com. 1014 he has shared, madam, my colleague. 1014. For further details to contact M. Nagendra Prabhu, Rehabilitation Officer. Please everybody get registered, madam, involved, madam.
yeah, I'll just share it again.
Yeah, it was not, was it shared with everyone?
Yeah, I think before you joined in, it was shared.
Yeah.
So I have just
Please share, madam. Please share. Please go ahead, madam.
Yes.
the other documents we can mail it to you.
You will be telling us more about this, sir, in the valedictory.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He will be here at 4:15. So we will have a valedictory function. So that time he will be telling us more about this.
Okay.
Ah.
Thank you. Looking forward to meeting you all personally
Yes, yes.
soon.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Renuka.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
So much, ma'am.
Yeah. How to
Ma'am, lots of-
download? How to download that?
Yeah, I've downloaded it. I'll send it to you through your mail. You just need to press on the sign saying download, save.
Not
Or in the corner, you'll see 3 dots, and maybe there was an option of saying save.
okay. It is not opening.
All the 4 need to be downloaded, is it?
I have downloaded. We can send you a mail with these things. We can do that.
Not able.
If you're able to download, yeah, that's fine. But otherwise, we can always send a mail.
I couldn't.
Okay, I'll download. I'll share it in 5 minutes.
Uh,
So we are now. Once they finish the evaluation form, we'll go for a lunch break.
okay.
And we'll get back at 1:15.
Yeah. 1:15. Yes. Yeah.
So we'll see participants. We'll see you all again at 1:15. Same link. Start our program at 1:30.
Yeah.
And we have a valedictory in the post both the sessions. So please stay back for the valedictory.
At 4:15.
Yeah.
Ma'am, please join us for valedictory function.
Yes. Yeah.
It's at
I'll be there. Thank
using
you.
the same link. Yes, ma'am.
Same link?
Thank you.
Same link, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I was
Thank
just
you, thank you.
downloading these things, so making sure that I've taken all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. ma'am.
Yeah, I've got all of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Wonderful opportunity. Thanks, Renuka.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, ma'am. We learned so many new things. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Very
bye.
informative. Very informative. Thank you, ma'am.
Renuka ma'am, I'll close it after 5 minutes.
Did everybody?
They must be filling it up.
Okay.
So I'll close the Zoom after 5 minutes. And I will send you the mail.
I don't know why I'm not able to download this. It's only partly showing here for me. The chat. Before there used to be an option for expanding the chat, no? Now it's not showing.
Again, we'll be back at 1:15. It's lunch break now.
Ma'am, they were saying some link will be sent. No, that I couldn't find that link
in
for
the
that
chat box.
class skill training.
It's in the chat
There
box.
in the chat box, no? Yeah, I got it. If you go down to the right, there is one save button. You can save. That PDF,
I
PDF.
couldn't see the evaluation form, ma'am. I couldn't see that link, the attachment.
You have to get in touch with the person for further detail. And doctor is going to talk about it during the valedictory. Dr. Balabhaskar is going to talk about it during the valedictory.
No,
Okay.
after the evaluation link only, down you go, you will get 3 PDFs that you can download, that you can
Yeah,
save.
it's not showing. That is what I'm saying. It is not showing for me.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I have downloaded. I will send it to your mail.
Somehow mobile got stuck in between, so I don't know whether it got missed or what. I am not
No
getting.
problem. I will send it to your mail.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
I
Ma'am, all these PDF or PowerPoints will be shared, ma'am?
You want?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we can ask the participant.
Because few we have 10, because few we couldn't write, so few only were there. If you could
We
share,
will
it
ask
would be
the
helpful.
resource people, and we will ask their permission, and then we will send it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Renuka ma'am, I've shared I've sent you a mail with the documents.
I got it. I could download that.
Yeah, I've shared it with Rukmani also.
Okay. You have her mail ID.
Yeah, from IRC only I sent it.
All right.
Okay. So I'll close the Zoom link now. We will see you all at 1:15.
So everybody has written the session 5, session 6.
Yeah, they must have.
Ah,
They don't need to be on Zoom to.
Finished, ma'am.
okay. They don't have to be. No, that's a
They
separate.
don't have to be on Zoom for it.
Okay. We can. Oh,
Awareness about
okay.
awareness about
Hello.
interest rate. A company employing how benefits occurs. A company employing